I've spent over $1 million on Google Ads, and in this video, I'm going to tell you 5 raw truths that other people are not talking about that could save you hundreds of thousands of dollars in spending Google Ads for yourself or for your clients' businesses. So to quickly show you our data, this is our North Digital Client Manager account. We've spent just under 1.2 million with an average optimization score of 98.3%. Now, the first truth I've learned is that people don't actually read the ads. And this is something we've learned the hard way from managing hundreds of client ad accounts, especially local service businesses, and more specifically, dental offices. Now, what often happens is we'll set up dentists with Google Ads in a given city. Let's just say we're doing Detroit. We're running ads for all kinds of dental related search terms in Detroit. And what often happens at the beginning of a campaign is people go onto Google and put the name of their dentist in Detroit into Google. So let's just say it's Best Smiles Detroit. They search that, and because the name of their dentist includes the word dentist, they will trigger our ads. They will click the ad and call our client and on the phone be like, what do you mean? Why is this the wrong dentist? And then our clients would get mad at us and say, hey, why are you sending us these people looking for other dentists? And we would be scratching our heads because every one of our Google ads clearly stated it was for our client, and our client's name was clearly stated on that ad. So what we learned eventually is that the human attention span is so low and the attention to detail is often so poor that when people search on Google and click a result, they don't actually read the result. They just assume that Google magically gives them the perfect answer and the exact person they're looking for, and they blindly click and call the client. So if you're managing ads for your business or for a client's business, you need to proactively mitigate this by either using only exact match keywords or proactively generating a list of all other dental offices in that city and adding them as negative keywords. And this exact same logic works for any local business. Lesson number 2 is that a massively disproportionate amount of traffic is going to come in through mobile devices. This is one of our largest accounts. They've spent just under $500,000. And if I scroll down to the ad performance across devices, you can see here that based on cost, clicks, and conversions, 85 to 90% of the focus, spend, traction has all been on mobile devices. And this is the vast majority of clicks. So you should fully optimize for mobile devices, and desktop is almost an afterthought. Lesson number 3 is that in order to most effectively manage a Google Ads campaign, that campaign needs at least 2 people assigned to it, the technician and the manager. The technician is in the ads account day to day, adding negative keywords, adjusting bid strategies, evaluating what's happening. And then the manager every week reviews the most important KPIs for cost per lead, cost per click, and evaluating the search term report to ensure that the actual search terms you're paying for clicks on are indeed highly relevant. And this is how we set up Google Ads at our agency. I'm the manager and I have multiple Google Ads technicians that work on our different ads accounts. Now, if you only have a technician trying to manage a bunch of Google Ads accounts, they're going to get lost in the weeds, get too into the details, and not have the best insight into the overall performance of the campaign. And another fact about human nature is most people, like the vast majority, 98% of people, perform better when they have a manager looking over their results. Lesson number 4, the algorithm changes about every 6 months, and what was working is not going to continue working forever. This is why companies will set up Google Ads, they work great, and all of a sudden they stop working. The art of Google Ads management is staying one step ahead of the Google algorithm. And the tricky part is Google will not directly say how the algorithm is changed. It's actually up to the ads manager to figure out through trial and error how the algorithm has changed, what types of campaigns are performing best in any given month, which is one of the reasons that an agency can offer a lot of value, because as an agency, we manage ads for hundreds of clients and we get that perspective and information really fast. If you're just a person managing ads for your own company, you're not going to have that perspective and knowledge about what strategies are working best this month. And lesson number 5 is that Google does not care about your budgets. Unlike other platforms like Meta, who respect the budgets you set, Google does not respect the budgets you set. You might set a Google budget of $1,000 a month, and if you're not careful, it could spend anywhere from $500 to $2,000 a month. It could literally double the budget you've set with no warning, nothing. And this is something we've learned the hard way through trial and error, and now we've built our own systems to track budgets very carefully, and we can see when it's starting to overspend, then manually adjust, or even pause campaigns to make sure the budgets are adhered to. One partial solution is to set monthly spend limits within Google Ads. This works to a degree, but it's still very frustrating because if Google spends the entire budget in the first 2 weeks of the month and automatically turns off for the second 2 weeks, that's not ideal because then you're not getting any leads for 2 weeks and you're wondering what's going on. Now, watching this video, you might be wondering, how can that be? Google is this multi-billion-dollar company. Why can't they figure out how to manage their budgets and respect the budgets you set? And that's true, but the thing is they also have a monopoly on search ads. So they don't really care that much because there's nowhere else us advertisers can turn to. There really is no alternative to Google Ads. So they're basically saying, you guys just got to deal with it. So as an ads manager, this is something you need to know, and you need to check the overall spend weekly to make sure Google is not overspending your budget. If you like this video, let me know in the comments below where you're at in managing Google Ads, what type of campaigns you're running, what type of successes or failures you have had. Stay subscribed for future videos talking about cutting edge digital marketing strategies and talking about the things that you're not going to learn in regular digital marketing courses and content. Until next time, I'll see you later.